Vayne was moving too. You saw him shift a little bit of that momentum off to the left, trying to juke that player. Oxygen now trying to come back. W still holding on to the inside. Look at this damage coming in from the Thermite. Now the bombardment on top of it all here too. W, they're sitting pretty. They're sitting happy inside this truck because nobody's contesting them. Nobody's looking at them. And now they can try to fully send it so that way they can get this KP.
Another one of the beautiful things about Lobo, you can sit in there and get all of the grenades on top of having these amazing weapons like the Kraber that you can put some serious damage down. Phony needs to heal. I don't believe the bubble is up. Can he get the shot through the window? A lot of damage again onto Fury. No armor swaps inside of the building. The Nox gas grenade is landing as well. W's hopes and dreams of winning game number 1 are being thwarted by LMK.
LMK, that was the one thing he needed to funnel everybody out with that Nox grenade. You can't hold it down in this truck if you do not have a Caustic on this team. So LMK playing to their strengths and playing into their compositions.
We have our Apex champions.
5 squads remain, and 3 of them are all in the same place now. As Lazarus are getting pushed, people smell opportunity as that res starts to come in, but will it land in time? I don't think it will. Goodbye to Lazarus. We're down to 3.
You think you can put the caustic gas out and scare me away, says Designful? I was born in it. I was made for it. In fact, I got some in my pocket right now. G2, they take the trailer. More bodies ended up buried underneath, but they are in light of all of this. The graveyard shift for this cemetery. They're the ones coming in at night, every night, know the layout, know the land. They got a shovel in hand, ready to put some more teams who try to contest them into the dirt. Resulta on gold. He doesn't have his ultimate yet, though. And now, oh yes, he picks it up. It's ready to go. He sees 2 defensive bombardments as an opportunity to get 2 kills, 2 teams out of this lobby. G2, are they going to do it, James, and win this game?
This has to be a G2 victory. They're just watching while the other 2 teams fight each other. Designful with the full send now to gas it's here as well. Woo! And there's 1 team remaining. But for how long? Not very long at all. G2 with great positioning, finish off the job and take the game.
We're moving into the final circle here with 7 full squads of 3, but it looks like a couple more are going to be eliminated. Make that 5 as OXG gets killed on their rotation. There goes the Sentinel shots for RCO on the NRG Rocker.
Oh, and another one! Does Sleepy Panda miss? Oh, he just said that I cursed him. He missed that last shot, but he gets 2. He gets a break after that one. Oh, Sleepy Panda, he is on fire with these Sentinel shots. NRG are pressured into a corner. You see the pings, letting them know, hey, they're weak down there. They're weak over to the side, but they don't want to overextend. There's a fight happening right in front of them. It's Wash now. Zerbo dancing around the dome. You see the melee attempt at least, but Wash, they are not going to be able to pull it up, except they managed to pull it. They're going to be able to take control over that train cart, and NRG, they wanted to capitalize with the KP.
As you're trying to finish the players on the ground to get the KP and the armor swaps, upgrading that one from a purple to a red. Sleepy Panda, more like Woke Panda, to be honest, with all of those shots. Now he's going to toss the Nox gas grenade in, and it's doing so much damage, Vicky.
Oh, he doesn't miss the Sentinel shots, and he doesn't miss, not with just that Nox gas and that grenade, but also with these wingman shots. Game number 3 goes to RCO after they just got 2nd place in game number 2. You know that RCO is going to be skyrocketing in the overall leaderboards.
TSM, we asked, where were they? Well, say hello. They're right here, and they're not going anywhere. 2 squads left remaining. I believe it's CLG up on top of the rock, and behind it, and TSM looking to fan out. Reps in the middle. Verhulst, Hal, both taking the flanks, looking to close in on their prey. CLG, what can they do to turn the tide back in their favor?
TSM, Gods of War, growing with power in this position of kill after kill. But hey, it's TSM 10 kills, CLG 11. They are ready as well. 2 teams needing to rise in the short term. CLG maybe rising in the long term as well after a long absence towards the top of the table. But can they take out one of the biggest challenges in this game? Look at the spread of TSM. They are focused on CLG, who have a lot less cover. Trying to keep their shields up now. Anyone's guess who's going to take this one. Just trying to harass each other, but that ring is going to be the enemy of everyone.
CLG, TSM, no need to move. The final circle that will bring us the action eventually as it starts to close. One fanned out like a tidal wave, ready to crash from all sides. One grouped up together like a speeding bullet, ready to go as a team through the heart of the fight. Imperial Hal, he gets a crack there. Thermite coming along as well. It's the flat line, and it is singing. Rebs comes through, full red Evo, and he's seeing red on his screen. He's got the shots of the Mastiff, and it's TSM cleaning up game number 4. Emphatically, we are back, they say, and they're making sure the lobby knows it.
When you see G2 moving like this, you just have a feeling that they are poised to win this game. But look who's on the bottom. It's going to be TSM. Do they have the bubble in Reps' hand? Pal's going to take out Aim God. Ganjaman gets the knock, and the finish is onto CLG. And that is TSM going down and eliminated by G2. Now we have them taking down low and the armor swaps as well. What a performance so far from G2, just cleaning out the entire bridge area.
Wow, and they need that spot too. I'm surprised Nightmare even was able to, rather Scary was even able to survive out of all of that. That was insane. They got away from underneath the bridge where TSM wanted to control the bottom part. There was 2 fights happening there, and G2 had cleaned up TSM. So Scary with that quick reposition. I'm wondering if that was the phase breach. Xset, I think, playing this as a solo, running across the water. I mean, help him. He's just a boy. He can't go anywhere. He's in the line of sight of G2. Xset, it's just Kenny. He's flying around. Can he get to the safety of the crate? No, he cannot. Scary now gets to pick up that KP.
Nice job by Ganja picking that one up with the 2-4. There's an immediate phase breach forward into a bubble play. Defensive bombardment possibly going to be used. Looks like they're trying to get the enemy bubble down as well. Like the plays coming in from G2, extremely aggressive. Now a potential head glitch if they can continue to push forward. Now they spot one player out, trying to get the focus fire on over there. Majority of them are fairly healthy. The enemy bubble does come down. Nades on the opposite side of the bubble as well. The tracking looking so good from Gentrifying. They're running out of ammo on the other side. Do they have armor stops here for Scary? They don't, so they're going to have to be going for the batteries while that's happening. Gentrifying's going to push it on over towards this side. A majority of the players from Scary are going to be down. This is going to be a 2-on-1 situation. Now a 1-on-1 straight up, and Designful doesn't lose those.
It is the calm before the storm, and what a place for that to be here on Lightning Rod in Storm Point. To make that metaphor, Ghost Gaming not trying to hide in the rafters, no, doing tons of damage there is Rack. 24 points to their name, and Migo and Niazol, they fall as well. It's Scary eliminated. What a performance from them, though. Probably 53 on the day. Is it enough for second place? We'll have to find out after this, but Ghost Gaming climbing for more. Every point matters. Playoffs in a month. They're taking it slow, though, James. Still Designful and the rest of G2 up on top. NRG, they've kind of snuck by. No one really paying attention to them until now. Oh, the fight kicks off, and they're going to have to bubble their way out of this. All of NRG have no shields left, so someone's going to have to go huge. Is it Nathan? It may not be. Is it Sweet? We saw what he did with the boat check. He does actually finish off the kill, and it's G2 Resulta, though, up on top, who just clean up the final kill. It's almost too simple for them, as G2 on 72 points on the day now, surely in the prime position to push down and win.
Everybody trying to keep their heads above water, but G2 keeps stepping on them and pushing them back down. Still forcing the other teams to engage each other. When G2 drop, it is to take first place, not to possibly come second. Holding angles in the meantime. Don't look at us, guys. You got to go to fight each other. You got to find who's going to be the last champion to come our way and then die, is what G2 is saying. But now it could be a heal-off unless they drop before that zone closes off to them, and that might force their hand now. Somehow we still have 3 squads remaining. G2 may be wondering how they are being forced at the moment. Where is that third team? What is happening downstairs?
Great play as well. Resulta, even all that has gone on, all the shield being lost, still saves the bubble for the defensive bombardment. This is the team that's firing on all cylinders. And he has a one-time scope. He's not going to need to do this more than once either. He'd love to, though, because, of course, 2 squads left. That means there's one more in the way of G2 from not just taking a win here in Game 6, but taking the entirety of the win in this lobby. It is Bursty with a phase breach. Maybe to get the job done? No chance. G2 are your champions here today in Game 6 and in the lobby.
Furia and Torrent still alive.
It literally only takes a few moments of chaos in this game to completely upset what we thought was going to happen. And, I mean, like you called it, Tom, from the very beginning. The teams that got in here, because they were able to hold these train carts off, they didn't have to worry about getting pushed out, which was a possibility. I really think that this Watson's actually coming in quite clutch for Fury right now and holding down this train cart, especially when you think about the generator, making sure they're not have to worry about any throwables coming into the car. And because of that, they also didn't want to push or fight off Torrent. Once they took a couple Kraber shots from Uris, they're like, we're just going to hang out here and let everybody else kind of figure it out. And E8 looks like they're trying to make the push in now. They want to try and take this real estate or at least get some KP in the process. They've got the bubble there to protect them. Furia is on high trying to see if they can get in on any of this action. And E8's probably going to get punished for taking that high ground.
It's a genius play to get Watson involved in this current meta, especially with this zone here. Glitter, you put it perfectly. It's the throwables. It's the only way to get players out of this train cart, and that's exactly what happened down below. Is Torrent versus Furia, the two teams that were inside the train carts, now duking it out for the win. They also have a decent amount of kill points, but this is all Furia. Watson, welcome back to the ALGS and NA.
We have our Apex champions.
No one enters, no one leaves. BBG, Tempest, Wicked. After winning that fight, they've taken it all the way into a top 6. That'll be great for them. They have 11 points so far, but it's Furia out in the lead. 100 Thieves in the same building, holding height. It's not easy, James, but if you manage to do it, you've got a great place to play in-game.
Oh, they're trying to find an angle to maintain in the middle. They've got Esports Arena immediately above them. I was wondering how the rotation would go, and surely there's going to be Jibby ults involved as well. With 2 domes up there, surely Furia will do a Jibby ult now and try to hold position. Look at the drill from Furia. We haven't seen them play like this in a long time. 4 kills now as they look to really make life hard for everybody else. And we've got Fences going crazy. I've never been so excited about Fences in my life.
Oh my God, Pander's almost breaking his fingers right there, but he finds a couple of to sign off that no one shall cross. You shall not pass. Doing his best Gandalf impression here at the end of game number 2. Furia, 31 points in. The only Watson team. And they have certainly locked down this bridge. It's only going to get harder to siege on them, even though they don't have any great materials to siege anyone else. They're just hoping they don't have to go anywhere. 100 Thieves takes the fight to BBG. And that'll be BBG out. 4 squads left. Should be Space Station, Complexity, 100 Thieves, and Furia. 100 Thieves, where are they fighting from? Up top. Scurrying around the side. Scouting a little bit for his team. Are they going to go against Furia? That's the question. They're probably going to come across somebody else, and it's Complexity that they run into. It's now Space Station, Furia, and 100 Thieves fighting for the win.
Last thing going to rub shoulders with is a turbocharged Devotion, but I think the ammo is running very low indeed. But the shotguns are out across the whole team now. We barely have 3 squads remaining. We got cracks all over the place. Now we're down to 2, and guess who it's Furia for a second, but it's 100 Thieves with the victory. I don't even know what happens to their opponent, but they finish on top. Devotion clearing out the high ground, and the shotguns to finish off the job.
100 Thieves was still lighting up the kill feed themselves. I believe they took out OA in that entire process, so they are just completely decimating the squads they're coming across right now. And SSG has been holding this area the entire game. It's going to be down to these last 3 squads, 100 Thieves versus SSG versus Unlucky, and we'll have to see which team is the first one to flinch, who throws out that bubble first, and who can come out on top.
Have to have a lot of gold bags here. You can see double gold bags. Vaxon has one, Scurry has one. I'm not quite sure if Amu has one. I don't think I've ever seen 3 players with gold bags. We'll see if 100 Thieves is going to be able to do something with those, or whether they'll even need a res coming through, as Unlucky is going to go and toss the defensive bombardment over towards the right side. Fortunately for 100 Thieves, that's not onto them. That's onto Space Station Gaming, which means once the bubble is down, Scurry's going to be able to capitalize on that. They could slow play this. Frex is already down, so it's a 2-on-2-on-3 now.
And Scurry just landed the final bullet in that Kraber that I had instantly dropped it, and to see if he can maybe find a different gunner to put in work with these final Mastiff bullet or shells that he does have inside of his gun. This is 100 Thieves' game to lose at this point, though. Space Station trying to do some damage as Unlucky tries to escape. Their top 2 squads down to 100 Thieves and SSG, and the bubble does come out of Scurry first.
The massive shots are not connecting as hard as you would hope. Amu's going to go down. Now it's up to Scurry. He does have to reload. And SSG, they're going to take the game.
We have our Apex champions.
And it's Furia on the high ground, Torrent on the low ground to your left, and Complexity on the right. If I was a betting man, I would say Complexity finish this lobby up the way that they've started it. By far the highest amount of kills here so far, and especially considering that they are going against a 2-man Torrent team. Furia, though, have the high ground. And that is a
RKM
great position here, especially when it is so tilted. If you want to see all these perspectives, check out Multi-View. It's the newest feature in the ALGS. But you may not have time to switch at this moment because the Rolling Thunder is coming down and it is all coming to a head.
RKM's got 50 bullets and no dome. He's caustic. How does he get close enough to find a way to use that shotgun? That is quite a predicament that Torrents are in. We can see Complexity starting to move to a different position. They need Furia to engage Torrent first. Torrent have maybe the worst position, but if Complexity push on Furia, then they may distract and allow Torrent to survive. We can see they have repositioned, they have some cover for the time being, and no one is really looking at Torrents anymore. It's Furia versus Complexity now, and that might let Torrent sneak a victory, or at least second place.
Tech rocking with the Deadeye's tempo. He's going to get the fast reloads and the extra ammo if he shoots all of these shots, but he doesn't. He reloads early, and he also doesn't have the digital threat. And that's tough. He smoked himself out, but can they hide in the smoke at least? Muffin seems to be doing a good job with it against Furia, so certainly Complexity in a position to win now. They've taken down 2. Can they take down the last one? It's Torrent also falling. Everyone's a victim of Muffins, and he's got the Hemlock to boot. He says, I don't need any fancy weapons. I don't need a knuckle cluster. I just need what's in my hands right here, and it's the Mastiff. Complexity going ham. They clean up game number 1 on Storm Point.
Outside are no slouches. We've got Esports Arena and 100 Thieves waiting for Furia and SSG to make a push out of the building, and they decided that they're each going to hold different sides of the wall, but as I see that Esports Arena looking to get aggressive.
I love that flying camera view so we can see how even this is. You had teams on opposite sides of the wall, 2 teams inside of the building. Goes to show you how competitive this circle really could end up getting and how methodical you're going to have to play this one. This is not easy for these 3 teams that are stacked up on top of each other. You almost rather be in 100 Thieves spot.
I was just thinking the same thing right now because the squad, ooh, nice Kraber shot coming out of Onmu, but the squads inside have a target on them right now. The squads, the inside the building, they have a target on them. It's because the ones outside, they know exactly what they have to do, and the push is starting to happen from on high, opening up an opportunity for 100 Thieves to just start peppering damage on the players who have to rotate down.
And they traded spots. The team that went on over towards the roof ends up coming back on over towards the opposite side of the wall. There goes the Bangalore ultimate coming through. I don't really think you want to use your bubble just for that one quite yet. Esports Arena uses their bubble early, but that's so they can nade out the bottom of the floor. So they're the team that goes out and tries to play over towards the pills. Meanwhile, a lot of damage going on over towards the bottom side of that building. The bubble is going to be used. Black hole is going to be used as well, and that's sucking all of Esports Arena back away from the middle of the zone on the outskirts of the zone. And now Amu takes a lot of damage from SSG. The bubble fight is huge for 100 Thieves. They've won a majority of these, but not this time. They go out in 3rd place, and ESA coming through, playing cleanup. You know that was Skittle Cakes coming through with that black hole. Now he's going to throw down the grav lift, and ESA taking game number 5.
Everybody trying to hold on to the inside for as long as they can. It might end up being everybody dying to the zone because there's so much space with which to avoid Furia on the outside, but they can't all survive on the inside. I don't know if Sung still has a Kraber, but I don't know if the point blank is a thing with this. Like, we have to bear that in mind. That could be a little crazy if that happens. Of course, it is Storm Point, so he's not on the caustic. That would have added more to the mix. Furia now using the smoke as best they can, just trying to make things even harder. Blocking as well with the respawn beacon. I don't know which way this goes anymore.
I just think they hide and they wait. These teams are going to eat each other alive. Tech, don't stand underneath your own mobile respawn beacon. Not the way you want to go. And he slides out just in time. And Arcstar is going to hit. Oh, if Fury had just done it, that'll certainly add to a shield being broken. But it's not enough to find the final kill. Panders reloads the wingman. He's got the digital threat. And the 3 times on the Magnum, the best of the best, the magazine. And he's able to do everything here except look at this. Crummy, start a fight. Avies, they're hiding and they're still staying alive. 4 squads remaining. No one will fall. And this circle is going to force that to happen in just a moment.
They had such a nice gap under that trident, but what about the action inside? Furia getting a little restless. This is going to be a long, painful ring close. There's 1 minute before this all goes, and we have lost a team now. 3 squads remain, and maybe there's a Kraber on the floor, but I don't know if you pick it up. I don't know if there's time to go for any looting outside of that low ult. Furia bouncing around on the outside. Team Liquid have to think about potentially getting stuck on the inside, looking for a very late bombardment indeed, but that door of opportunity might be closing for them. And what if they can't find any angles anymore? Furia up top, do they have a dome?
No
they
way.
are tanking the damage at the moment. Down goes Zira. Can they put the bats in time? They must have burned their dome outside. Tech hasn't used his ult just yet, but he's still up, and so is Pandas, and so
There
are
it
their
is.
shields.
Look at that smoke coming down as well. He's got the Rolling Thunder about to roll through. Is it gonna do enough? Crummy start a fight, still alive. Incredible stuff from them. Tech, can he clutch up with the Mastiff? He slides in, but he falls. It is up to Panders here. He gets the 72, but he cannot clutch. It is Liquid, who are your champions in Game 6.